Right. That's good. Evening all. Think we're working. Give us a thumbs up underneath if we are. Or type something in the comments as usual. That'd be good. I know it's working. Marvellous. Just give it a second or two. We'll just see if we're going out okay. Let's see. Is there anybody there? Let's see. I've got a couple of thumbs. That's good. Then I think it must mean we're working. Marvellous. Right, well, we'll assume that we are. Evening all. Hope you had a jolly weekend. We had a good time at Northampton. Evening Paul, Andrew. Yeah, it was quite a good turnout. I think everybody came that was on the list of stuff to come, barring Bernard, was it, who was going to bring wax cylinder phonograph. He didn't manage to make it, unfortunately. Other than that, it was good, and there was some extra stuff as well that wasn't on the list that came. There's probably quite a bit. I took a few little video clips, which I will chop together and stick up on YouTube tomorrow, probably, when I get around to it. So yeah, that was good. Perhaps chat a bit more about that in a minute. I was thinking at the weekend that I'd got a meeting with Easy Live, the auction people, yesterday, which I got completely wrong. In fact, the meeting was today. Anyway, so I did a bit of gardening yesterday to catch up. So yeah, so that's all good by the sounds of things. Had a good look at their systems and whatnot, to get an idea of how it works, and try to see if we could integrate it into the website as we've got it at the moment or not, the back end. Interestingly, their kind of back office just got several features that I haven't got currently on the Colcon system back office, but I've got some features that they haven't got, so it's quite interesting, really. The biggest difference, perhaps, in the way things work from a customer point of view is where we've got the automatic contouring of your buys and sales, so you only need to pay the balance, or we pay you the balance, whichever way around it is, if you're buying and selling at the same time. They haven't got that feature. It's something they were sort of thinking about putting in at some time. You can kind of do it manually. Each auctioneer, if they've got a customer that's bought and sold at an auction, or perhaps 2 or 3 different auctions or whatever, you can kind of do it manually. It's just not fully automated like my system is, so that was quite interesting. But anyway, they're doing me a proposal. I should hopefully get that tomorrow or the next day, with prices and stuff on. And then we'll go from there. So I've been typing out a bit of a kind of an explanation and a few questions, even Dougie, of what to ask people, just kind of explain what the idea is going forwards. And I'll put that out again sometime later this week, hopefully, and see what people think. And we'll perhaps have a good old chinwag about it Sunday night, probably, Sunday night's video. Friday, probably, if it's still okay with Paul, as he happens to be on here, I'll probably be filming again Friday, I think. It was either Friday or tomorrow. It won't be tomorrow, so I'm a bit busy. So, again, that means we might not have a video Friday night, if that's the case, because by the time I get back. So we'll probably have a good old chat again on Sunday, and I'll try and get this thing about the new auctions. Evening, David. Up before then. So there we are. So that's where we're at with that. Paul says that's good. Excellent. Let's have a look at the results. There was 5 machines sold. Well, actually 4 sold, because one the seller hasn't made the mind up on yet. The all win, the 5 win. The lady who's selling that hasn't got back to me yet to say whether she'll accept the highest offer or not. So we just have to hang fire on that one. What have I done with the thing? Prices. Duh. So anyway, this is what we sold this Sunday. The Sega Mad Money, 228. That was the one in from the Fairground Heritage Trust. The Cascade, 317. or Cascade Deluxe, I should say. The Bullion 420. And the High Top 555. So I'll just let those twiddle around a couple of times. So I'll have to update you on the 5-win later in the week when I made the mind up, or just keep an eye on the website and you'll see in the results on there when it goes up. So yes, so any other notes from today's meet? What things was I talking about myself to them? Yeah, I was trying to figure out if we could do these spares. A couple of people I spoke to the weekend at Northampton, you know, about auctions going forward, blah blah blah. And yeah, there's a couple of people who said the thing with doing fixed prices is it sort of doesn't give everybody the chance, because, you know, if something goes on, let's say for argument on a Monday morning, if they happen to be at work, by the time they get home Monday night to check on the website, that thing could have sold. And if that's a spare part they've been waiting for 5 years to fix their machine with, they'd be pretty annoyed. Whereas in the good old days of the auctions, everybody had a chance to go and bid for it. And as we've been doing it for the last year, well, you know, you all have a chance to stick your best off for it, as it were. So, okay, yeah, I get that. That is a fair point. And also somebody was saying from a seller's point of view, the thing is with spare parts, they're really difficult to value, because a spare part, an old bracket or something, I don't know, have a bandit or whatever, what it is, it's a bent bit of metal. So, you know, on the face of it, it's worth £1 or £2. But if two people, you know, if there's a bit that doesn't come up very often and people want to fix their machine, the value it can make to a machine can be dramatic, can be hundreds of pounds, literally. You think of a non-working machine compared to a working machine. If it's a bit that isn't easy to make, that part can be worth an awful lot of money. So from a seller's perspective, you know, if you're selling a bit, you want a bit of competition in the market to hopefully, obviously, bump the price up. So I am looking at that for the timed, with the Easy Live, they do live online auctions, which would be like this, me or an auctioneer. You know, it's the same as if you were at a ordinary auction. I'm sure you've probably seen either Easy Live or saleroom.com. And they also do timed auctions, which are becoming more and more popular, they're saying today. It's really kind of taking off as a way of doing things. And I've noticed as well in the past year, timed auctions on both on Saleroom and Easy Live have become more and more popular, more and more common way of selling stuff. So that might be a way forward for parts. We might do live auctions for machines, for fairground art and signs and all the stuff we used to do at the Elephant House. But small little bits and bobs, spares and coins and probably books, bits and bobs like that. We'll perhaps look at doing the timed auction for it separately. So you haven't got to sit there through a live auction waiting for all that stuff to go through. But also it does give you the chance to bid for it against somebody else, and make sure you don't miss it, because then it's up for 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. So that's the current thinking on that. It's going to depend on costs, because to run the auctions costs hundreds of pounds per auction on the system. So clearly with, I don't know, I mean, auctions sometimes used to turn over 40, 50, up to getting toward £100,000, then a few £100 is manageable. If you're talking about a couple of hundred lots of spares at £5 each or whatever, then clearly there's a question of how to make that pay just for the cost of physically doing the auction. So might have to do that via like an entry fee of £1 or £2 a lot or something, I don't know. That's something we'll have to look at. So once I've got the pricing, I can chew it over and see how we can try and make that work. as you probably know if you've seen before, on the Easy Live auctions, you've got the option of paying the extra few percent on the buyer's premium, like you have to with saleroom.com, which I think is best part of 6% these days. But Easy Live has the option, which I always use, and most people do, is you can pay a fixed £3 per auction, so it covers the whole of that auction, regardless of what you buy. But you also pay it if you don't buy anything at all. So you kind of take that gamble, is it worth £3 to you? Instead of paying their 3%, I think they are. So in essence, if you think you're likely to buy something of more than £100, it pays you just to pay the £3 up front. And obviously, as most of us are, the stuff we're talking about being machines, signs, etc., that stuff is always more than £100, isn't it, anyway? So that makes more sense to do it like that. So that's that. As when it takes, you know, a little while to sort of set it up, and a little bit of trading as to how to use their system. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty straightforward. So I don't think it'll take me too long to get my head around it. What else was I going to say on that? Anything? Yeah, then it's a case then of thinking what to do with the website, and i.e. the current Qualcomm website, because clearly there's a lot of work going into it. I'm not just going to abandon it. So whether we keep that for all the kind of historical information on and just keep adding on to that, obviously more and more auction results, more and more pictures and archive material and anything else we can find, which is great, and I'd love to do that. But that's got to be financed somehow or other. So we'll have to have a think about how we can do that. Yeah, I don't know whether it will be a you know, some kind of subscription basis again, but you know, obviously cheaper. I don't know how else you can finance really, because it costs, obviously it costs money to develop. There's time, but it also costs money to host. A lot of people perhaps don't realise when you're serving up thousands of images, although it appears to most people that the internet is free because you pay your 10, 20, 30 pound a month, whatever you pay to BT or Sky or whoever it is for your unlimited internet. That's for you downloading stuff. It's not free for me or any business sending information out. You know, the traffic across the internet is always paid for by one end or the other. And if you're not paying for it, the other person is. And you know, a big site with thousands and thousands of images on costs money to serve up, and it's the same reason why I have to use YouTube basically to serve up videos. And it's annoying when they stick adverts and things on it, but there's not much to do about that, because serving up video is very expensive because of just the huge bandwidth it uses up. So although I could host videos myself on my web servers, I'd have to charge an awful lot more then for you watching them. So that's why they all get stuck on YouTube. And unfortunately, you have to put up with the odd advert on it. And the annoying thing about that isn't I don't even get the fraction of a penny that you earn from running the adverts. So I've not got enough subscribers. So there we are. That's where we're all up on that lot. Yeah, so weekend was good. Got some bits of video which I put together. Had a good old chat with people. Saw lots of interesting stuff. Saw some stuff I'd never seen before. Yeah, great stuff. So we're intending to do at least another couple this year. Up at Robert's Arcade, we would try to find a date that's going to work really with them, with the site, and fit around the other things that are going on. So we're thinking maybe June-ish, something like that. And then Dingles down at the Fairground Museum, hopefully sort of October-ish. We can hopefully get the place to ourselves if we go right at the end of the season, just as they shut. So it would be, the museum would be closed to the public, so we could have the run of it, which would have been really nice. And then, of course, over at Paul's for Easter for the DVD launch. So that's 3 events, in fact, so far. And hopefully they'll be as well supported as Sunday was. Obviously, different parts of the country, we hit a different bunch of people. You know, for me, either going up north or right down West Country is a long way from here in East Anglia. But clearly, the reverse is true for people who live down that way, doesn't it? So, hopefully we'll get, you know, the same kind of support. And then if people keep liking them, we'll keep organising them, not a problem. So, yeah, any questions, comments on any of that lot, let me know. What have we got over on the website? Let's have a look. I haven't been anything new up today because I've been busy. So let's just have a look what we've got this week, shall we? Hot Nuts, the Pilwin, the Selector Colour, they've been on before and didn't go, so hopefully they'll go this time round. Please bid generously, especially on the Selector Colour. Just taking them off my garage. Loads and loads of bits. Actually, it's easy to look on the spare parts section, and then you'll see if the website wakes up. Here we go. They're all in a section, so they're easy to find. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. What are people wanting at the moment? Haven't looked at that for a while. Wants, well, 24 buyers with 72 grand for 79 machines. So let's have a look. What's people wanting lately? Sweetie Wins seem to be the in thing at the moment. If anybody's got any Sweetie Wins, get them over to us. Sweetie Wins, tip tops and seesaws. Yeah, I don't think it's changed too much since last week, has it? It's good to see a satellites on Sunday. It's one of the things I wasn't expecting to arrive. Yeah. What else we got down here? There we go. Good stuff. Yeah. Back to here. Right. Anything else I need to tell you? I don't think there is. Any questions, comments? Anybody need to know anything? Collecting delivery this week. As I say, tomorrow I'll be around. Thursday I should be around. Friday I probably won't be around. I won't be around if we're filming. Saturday's good. Sunday I won't be around because it would have been Mum's birthday, so we're having a bit of a family day over there. But Sunday night I'll be back with a video. That should be okay. I just think I will be. So yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday should be okay for collections and deliveries. Yeah, so there we are. What should we put up? Have a look at some old pictures for a minute. If anybody hasn't seen these, ping these on while I have a cup of tea, and then if there's no more comments, I'll go and do some more work. These, if you haven't tuned in before, we probably will have, but if there's anybody new, are all old auction pictures from the Elephant House in the good old days, as it were. Oh look, there's a streets in the back of that one. So yeah, initially with the online auctions, stuff would be viewable probably here again in Cambridge, and this is big stuff, then it might be in Leamington. It'll be a bit muddly for the start, just because of how things are at the moment, but once we get into the swing of it, it should all sort of sort itself out, really. So we do a trial, kind of a trial run auction or two with some by gunny sort of stuff, bits and bobs that I've got to go. I've got to clear from here. So all in, no reserve stuff, nice and easy. Get it sold. And then once we've got the hang of it and make sure everything's working as it should do, we'll rock on with a amusement sale. And hopefully the first one should be quite good, I think. There's really a few bits and bobs promised for it. And I know some people have been waiting, rather than use the cold con system, waiting for an auction of some description again before they put stuff in. So hopefully that should ensure we've got a good flow of stuff coming in. But we shall see. There we are. So anything anybody needs to know, then let me know in the next couple of minutes or so. Otherwise, as I say, we'll catch up possibly Friday night, or probably not, thinking time wise. Just keeping an eye on the website. And then I'll try to do tomorrow. I'll try and put the clips together from Sunday tomorrow. It's not terribly exciting, it'll only be a couple of minutes, but it was just to give you people an idea of what was there for those who didn't get there. And I'll shove that up on YouTube, so keep an eye out for that. I'll put a little link on the homepage of the website when I've done it. Then yeah, the other thing I was going to say about the auctions going forward was whether did I touch on that? I can't remember. Mine's going. I've had a busy day. Whether I can integrate the auctions into the current website or not. And I probably can do, but it might be more efficient not to, if that makes sense. A lot of you probably already, if you've already bought anything from any auction on Easy Live, you'll already have an Easy Live account anyway. But it's simple enough to set up if you haven't. It's the same as anything else. Just your name and address and your email and whatnot. As I say, the accounting wise, again, it might be more trouble than it's worth trying to integrate the two together, really. Their back-end system is pretty good. What they haven't got yet, but they're apparently working on it, is quite such a good. They were quite impressed by my, when you log into our website, all the stuff you see all neatly laid out of the stuff you've bought, stuff you've sold, stuff you've got waiting to be sold, and all that kind of jazz. They haven't got that as good yet, interestingly. So for an auctioneer, the back-end system works really well, but as a customer, a lot of it is still based, paper, email, backwards and forwards. Like you emailed your invoice or emailed your sales sheet if you've sold stuff, etc., rather than being able to log in and see it all. So don't know. I'll look at that. We'll see how complicated it might be. Tom says, I did lose a key in the end on Sunday. If anyone found one, too many keys, a union flat key. I did have a look round after we finished loading up and loading Stevie up, just to check anyway that anybody hadn't left anything, and I didn't see any, unfortunately. If you haven't done, then email or ring up the pub. I know it sounds obvious, you've probably already done it, but just in case a cleaner or somebody found one. But so I had a good look around under the tables just in case there's any odd keys, coins, anything that anybody had left, and I didn't see anything. But it's damned annoying, and I've done it myself, lost keys with things. So I always tie them on with a bit of string. You notice I do with my Sun machine. Then I still can't find the keys for my little horse racer, annoyingly. I don't know what I've done with them. There must be a Leamington somewhere. So next meet, or one after perhaps, I'll try and bring it with the keys so we can all see inside it. It's quite an interesting mechanism in that little racing machine. Just the way it works. So I thought, oh yeah, that'd be nice to show people. And yeah. It was not critical as it was open and the wrong lock anyway. Well, it's not quite so bad, I suppose. You haven't got to drill out a nice original lock. That is annoying when that happens, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, it was good. Good. So definitely want to do some more, and hopefully we'll get some more people next time. So it was nice for that room we had. It was just about right, really. It kind of filled it nicely. It wasn't exactly any gaps. We could have got more in, but it looked full when everybody was in there. Before everybody disappeared for lunch and left me with it all. It looked a bit empty, but yeah, I enjoyed myself anyway. And yeah. Right, so probably about it then, is it? I think. I don't know if anybody's got any more questions or anything. What have I got up for sale this week? Anything new? I'm trying to think what's new in. Not a lot this week. As I say, I thought this would happen. It's kind of slowed down a bit because people now think, oh, there's an auction coming. I'll save my stuff for the auction. I did say a couple of weeks ago that was likely to happen. And sure enough, that seems to be what's happening. Now I have got some more stuff coming in. A batch of unrestored stuff. Possibly next weekend. Let me just find the text. Hang on a minute. Bear with me. When were we thinking about doing that? Hold on a minute. Yeah, the week of the 21st. The chap's off work, so we'll try and sort out that week sometime. So there's a nice batch of unrestored stuff. Now whether again they want to save it for auction now or put it on the current system, I don't know. Obviously that was down to each individual customer what they want to do. But either way, once it's here, I'll let you know what we've got. But it's getting, as you all know, very, very hard to find unrestored stuff. This stuff's been in store since '71, since decimalisation. So yeah, it's a nice little batch. Paul says it's a very good day. Yeah, I think it was really, wasn't it? As much as anything, it was just nice to get a bunch of people in the same place at the same time, without all this mask palaver and don't get me started on that nonsense. But anyway, you know what I mean. Just to get back to normal. I think that's what people liked about it as much as anything. God, I'm still covering bits of cobwebs. I've been under some big trees in the garden. Thick with cobwebs. I thought I got it all off, but obviously I haven't. Yeah, so that sounds like it's probably about it, so I'll wrap up. Oh look, there's an auction of horrors there. Yes, we're doing auction of horrors again as well. For those who like that sort of wacky stuff. As I say, once we've got the system up and running, I'll try and fix a few dates in. So if we're looking to do the amusement sale, but obviously depending how much stuff comes in, but principally once a month again like we're used to. And as I say, if we do spares via the other way of doing things, the timed auctions, I don't know, I can't see we need a spare part sale every month, maybe every couple of months or something. And then fit other ones in between, an auction of horrors or two a year. And whatever else comes in, you never know. There might be some more sort of estate clearance sales type things. You know, whole single owner collections. who knows what's around the corner. Yeah. Right, so I think that's it. Oh, look, a club master. Nice to see my old club master again at the weekend. I hadn't seen him for a while. So, thank you all very much as usual. Keep an eye out for the video of Sunday, which will hopefully appear sometime tomorrow. And keep an eye on your emails toward perhaps the end of the week for a little bit of a questionnaire. It's not very long. It's just a bit of you know, putting my thoughts down in, rather than me garbling along and getting muddled up and trying to remember everything. Actually written down in a coherent-ish manner with maybe about half a dozen questions. That's all. Not a lot. Just to you know, gauge people's thoughts really, and then I'll try and collate the information up and act on it accordingly. So that's it. I'm off. Night all. Catch you later in the week. Any questions in the meantime, ping me a message and we'll go from there. Bye tonight.